my name is Erin McPherson, and I'm going to answer some popular questions about what it's like to be non-binary. Being non-binary can mean a multitude of different things for different people. It's very individualistic, like any identity really is. So for me, my personal experience of what it means to be non-binary is that if girl is pink and if boy is blue, then you put those two colors together and you get purple. There's this idea that we have that's been perpetuated by society that, you know, gender is either man or it's woman. And for me, I identify as neither. I am non-binary. For some people, yes, being non-binary does also mean that they identify as transgender. For me personally, I identify that way. I see my non-binary falling under the umbrella term of transgender, where transgender essentially just refers to identifying with a gender identity that you were not assigned at birth. So that could be a multitude of different things. It's not just saying that you were assigned being a boy at birth and now you identify as a woman. It could be that you were assigned a boy at birth, but now you identify as agender, or you identify as bigender, or you identify as non-binary, or gender queer, or gender fluid, or whatever it may be. That's your specific gender identity, and that can fall under trans if you personally identify it as also a transgender identity. There's a stark difference between gender identity and sexuality, where gender identity is how you see yourself. Sexuality is who you are attracted to. What genders are you attracted to? So for example, I identify as non-binary, but my sexuality is bisexual, meaning that I'm attracted to my gender and all other gender identities as well. So non-binary would fall under gender identity. I identify my gender to be non-binary, but my sexuality, who am I attracted to, is bisexual. I'm attracted to my gender identity and all the other gender identities. So to know what pronouns to use for someone is very simple. You just have to ask them. So this is a bit of a complicated question. Different people use different bathrooms for different reasons. Personally, I believe that we should have access to gender neutral bathrooms, because me as a non-binary person, I can't actually go into a men's bathroom or a woman's bathroom because it invalidates my identity. It basically says that I don't have a right to exist. A lot of the problem sometimes when we don't have gender neutral bathrooms is that going into a man's bathroom or a woman's bathroom as a non-binary person doesn't always feel safe. So I could go into a woman's bathroom and the woman there could perceive me as a man and treat me a certain way because of that and think that I'm in the wrong bathroom or whatever, and I could experience harassment. If I walk into a man's bathroom, I could experience the same. So the bathroom issue is a very complicated one because we don't have access to bathrooms that we should be going into and bathrooms that are for us. Gender identity refers to how you identify. Gender expression refers to how you express that gender identity. Being non-binary can look like absolutely anything. You don't have to look a certain way in order to be valid as a non-binary person. So for me, my personal experience is I identify as non-binary, but my gender expression switches and changes. So some days I could look really feminine and other days I could look really masculine. For example, today I have a beard on. So essentially you cannot tell. You have to just ask. So some non-binary people can get surgery. You do not need to get surgery in order for your gender identity to be valid. Currently, I don't feel a desire to get surgery, but there are many people that do. Surgery can be a very validating experience for a lot of people. There's a multitude of different ways that you can physically express your gender identity, but that's completely up to you. You do not need to get surgery in order for your gender identity to be valid. Non-binary people have sex the way anyone had sex. Yeah. So I hope that my answers to these popular questions were helpful to you or educational to you in some way. If you have any more questions or you just want to start a conversation, you can message us on Facebook or Instagram at 78hundred.clothing, or you can also email us at 78hundred.clothing@gmail.com. And of course, it must be stated that what I've expressed in this video is from my personal experience in being non-binary. I in no way can speak for the trans and non-binary community as a whole. So I hope that you really enjoyed this video and have a great day further. Bye.